Well, today is shifter changing day, and in the great repertoire of my fixing stuff and being super organised, I've left the camera stand at home. So it's going to be one-handed job, but showing you how to change the shifter on the Keeway RKS125. First things first, we're going to use the impact driver to take out the screw on the side here, and notice with the bolts they colour code stuff, so you need the black box of bits that are impact safe, because essentially what will happen with the standard bits, it'll be okay with this screw, but with the standard set of bits you will rip apart the threads. So you just simply place the screw in there and set it to anti-clockwise, lefty-loosey, and out she comes. So you'll notice obviously I've raised up the peg here, and the next job is to remove this off of here. So it just takes it off of the bushing here. It's a bit of a wiggle, and what this will do is it will basically then give us free access now. You can obviously undo this bolt first, but I just like to give yourself nice free access to get into this area down here. And we've got a 10mm bolt here. When we undo that, the whole thing will come off. And away we go again. Spanners on. And it's the same as before. Lefty loosey. Line up the threads. And as you're undoing this, remove this by hand. The last three threads out. Highly exciting video content here, watching someone undo a bolt. Now, the bolt is now out. And then we take note of the position of the gap here, so that when we reinstall the new one, that essentially goes in the same position as the one we're removing. So with the passage of time, this has just become a little bit stiff. Now, because I'm working one-handed, I haven't recorded the first part of this, but gentle use of the small hammer just to break it on the splines, break the seal from the splines, and then knock it off, and away it comes. The next piece you want to do, if your shifter is in the correct position, you'll notice that these are adjustable. And you can spin these around to the correct length to make sure that your shift lever goes back into the same position as when you took it off the bike. So in the great pantheon of repair service, reinstallation is the reversal of removal. So we just gently push everything on to start with, put it all into position, don't do anything up yet, and then you make sure that this then sits in the position that you want it to be sat in when you're shifting gear. And as you can see, we've adjusted the length here, and now this lever now is in the correct position for shifting. But again, once you've got this roughly in position, then you can then, as you can see, twist it clockwise, goes up, and then we twist it anti-clockwise, goes down. Then go back to the position we want it in, and then just tighten up the lock nuts. We're done now. Just have a nut at each end now. There's lock nuts. And we span on. I have tightened these already, to be fair, but back to one-handedness. One there, and then one up here. Tighten into position. Now it's in position, now it's in position. This will not turn, and the gear selector is now set in its position. So the next job we do, lift that up, and we just need to put this screw here back in. Obviously the last thing to check is that it actually changes gear properly. There we are. Into first, second, third, fourth, fifth, fourth, third, second, first, and into neutral. So the final job is to reinstall the chin spoiler here, and it's done by 3 10mm bolts. Put it in place. So there's screws underneath here to hold the 2 halves together. So that is just to cover this bottom piece here. But you can see if you tried to do this job without removing this, it's really mission impossible to get that bolt inside there. So this needs to come off first. And granted, I had it off already, which is why I didn't do the remove this section first, because I've done that for another job, for another video. But there we go.